Hello everyone. Hi everyone. Alchemist here. Welcome to another live with Alchemist. Happy New Year. This is the first live I'm doing in 2022. So this is very exciting because this year is going to be a great year. Although there is an energy shift that's happening right now, but I'm going to address it very shortly. Hi, Ina Witch. Hello. Thank you for joining this live session. And I'm going to start. Hello, Infinite Health. Hello. Hi, Tiny Twinkie. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining this session. This is the first session in 2022. And Happy New Year. I wish this year is going to be an amazing year for everyone who's watching. It is going to be an amazing year. There is an energy shift that's going on, and I'm going to address it. But this live is going to be about sleep paralysis. This is something that I have not talked about quite a lot, and I'm going to address it in this live. Hello, Mary M. Hello. Thank you. It's your first time for the chat. Thank you for joining the chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Which Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everyone. The reason why I'm actually doing sleep paralysis today, I'm going to talk about it, is because I'm one of those people who just have had many countless sleep paralysis experiences many years ago. And this sleep paralysis that happened to me many years ago, it taught me how to control these situations, how to control these spirits, how to get a hold of them, to understand what's going on, because it used to happen to me quite a lot. And then just yesterday, I had another sleep paralysis experience. Yes, just yesterday, and it was quite recent. And I haven't had it in a very long time. It's been a few years since I had the last sleep paralysis. I think it's been more than a year or so. There was a period of time when I used to have sleep paralysis quite often, like almost every week. Every week I would have a sleep paralysis experience. But this was many years ago when I was young, when the universe was trying to send me signs to awaken my abilities, to let me know what I'm really supposed to do. And these experiences were happening to me. But since I embraced who I really am, these experiences stopped happening. But one just happened yesterday. I'm going to share with you also how it happened and what happened. So what is sleep paralysis? What's sleep paralysis? Why does it happen? Why a lot of people are terrified of it? Why does it happen to a lot of people? And why is it very scary? It's very scary because we usually fear the unknown. We fear what we don't understand. We fear what we can't comprehend. Sleep paralysis, like from a scientific standpoint, from scientists, when you go to, for example, to a doctor, if you have a lot of like sleep paralysis or nightmares or whatever they are, and they feel so real and they feel like they're right there, a doctor or a scientist or researcher would literally tell you that it's caused because a lot of symptoms. They could be like stress, fatigue, tiredness, and especially stress. And it has been observed by these scientists that a lot of people who are fatigued or a lot of people who are stressed out tend to have these sleep paralysis experiences, which is actually true. And I'm going to get to that. It's not that I disagree with science. I think science is have something definitely true about that, and I agree with them. And I'm gonna explain it. So it is related to stress, and it is related also to energy shifts, and it is related to what's going on in your life at the moment. Hello, hi, Kisara. Hello, Kisara. Thank you for joining. Hi, Genuine Entertainment. Hello, hi, everyone. So yes, so sleep paralysis. What happens in sleep paralysis is this experience that happens to you while you're sleeping. It happens while you're sleeping, and all of a sudden you wake up. And when you wake up, you can open your eyes, you can see the physical reality around you, but you can't move. Your body cannot move. You feel like you're paralyzed. You feel like you can't move your body, you can't move your limbs, you can't move your hands, you just can't. And it's a very unpleasant, and it's not very comfortable. The feeling is not very comfortable because you feel like you don't have control over your body. It's terrifying. You know you're there, but you can't control anything. And when that happens, usually it is accompanied with certain paranormal experiences. A lot of people who have sleep paralysis, they end up seeing either demons, either ghosts, either spirits. There's many accounts of people who have witnessed in their sleep paralysis a lot of scary entities, which I saw yesterday because it happened to me yesterday. So one of these entities came to me yesterday, and I even drew it. I even drew it for you guys to show you how it looks like, but it's I'm so used to this stuff that it doesn't scare me anymore, and I want to share it with you. So hopefully, if you get to know about this sleep paralysis experiences, and if it happens to you, especially with the energies right now these crazy energies, if it happens to you, so you don't get scared, and you know how to deal with this. Um, so this sleep paralysis experience used to happen to me quite a lot back in the time when I used to live in Japan. So when I was young, I lived in Japan for many years, and that's the first time I had an encounter with the sleep paralysis, and I witnessed a lot of like really terrifying, scary spirits that visit me during the sleep paralysis. Even there was this one time where like, to describe you exactly what happened. So basically, when the sleep paralysis happened and you're awake, you open your eyes, you feel like you're there, you can't move your body. It feels like, so it depends on if you're sleeping on your stomach or if you're sleeping on your back. It depends. It can happen both ways. I've had it happen to me both, either on your back, either on your stomach. And both times when that happens, it feels like something is pressing. It's pressing against your physique. It's pressing against your chest, or it's pressing against your back. Like something is doing this to you. It's like someone is stepping on you with their feet or with their knees, and you can't breathe. Sometimes it feels hard. It's like you feel like you can't breathe, but you can't move at the same time. You can't move. And that's when I remember I saw this figure, this kind of puppet. It looked like a puppet, and it was white. It was like a puppet. It looked like some sort of ghost or some sort of spirit, and that was the spirit that was sitting on my back, because I was actually lying down on my stomach, so it was on my back. And that's one of the first experiences that I had, and I was wondering what's going on, and is this real? Is this just a joke? Is this just because? Is it because just I'm I don't know, I'm going through some rough times? What is it? What's going on? But usually, what happens if you're having a sleep paralysis is that you're in the in between. You're in that portal, because when we sleep, we go to the spirit realm. That's where we go. Our conscious, our soul, if you will, goes to the spirit realm. That's why we see dreams that don't make sense sometimes, because in the spirit realm, a lot of things there don't make sense. So when you have a sleep paralysis, you're in between, you're stuck in the middle. You're in the physical, but you're also in the spiritual. And that's why you end up seeing a lot of these entities, and these entities don't make sense, and a lot of them are demonic. Why are they demonic? They're usually demonic, they're scary because they want to feed off your fear. They know that you're going to be fearful. They know that you're going to be scared. They know that you're going to be terrified. So they're going to come to feed off that energy. That's why a lot of people who have the sleep paralysis and they're stuck the in between, they wake up and they're right in the middle. The first thing that triggers that is some malicious entity that's going to come. A malicious entity is going to come, and it's going to try to scare you because they want to feed off that energy. And usually these sleep paralysis experiences, they happen when you're going through something. I had my last one, and that's why I'm doing this live, happened yesterday. And again, it hasn't happened for years, but it happened just yesterday. It's because of some energies that are happening right now. There's some shifts. I just did a ritual recently. I shared it with you guys for protection. I'm feeling there's something off in the whole world. And that feeling also triggered my sleep paralysis yesterday. And I haven't had the sleep paralysis for years. So that's why when there's something off, when the energy is different, when you feel like, there's something that's going on, that's when the sleep paralysis might get triggered for you. And when it gets triggered, get ready to see these malicious entities. They're gonna come, they're gonna be there. I saw one yesterday, and I'm gonna even show you how it looks like, because I drew the goddamn thing. And I had to do a ritual to get rid of it this morning. Just, and I'm gonna share everything with you. So, hello, Nightmares here. Hello, thank you for joining the chat. Hello, hi everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, M. Hello for joining. Yeah. M is saying it's like I was not able to move. That's exactly what it feels like. You feel like you're not able to move because, as I explained, you're stuck in between the physical reality and the spirit realm. You're in between. You're there because you can't move your body, but when you open your eyes, you can see. But what you're seeing is actually the spirit realm. You're not seeing. You think you're seeing the physical reality, but you're not seeing the physical reality. It's almost like you're in a dream. You're in the dream world, which is the spirit realm. You're there, but you're catching yourself like you're aware of it. You're aware. You have full consciousness of being in the spirit realm, and that's why you can see these malicious entities, because they're there chilling. They're there chilling to freak the crap out of you. They want to scare the shit out of you so they can feed off that energy. That's what their goal is. And another experience I had, I remember it was years ago with another sleep paralysis. Actually, I'm gonna state to you another two just to tell you how scary these experiences are. Another experience I had, which was quite scary. I had again another sleep paralysis. Again, for those of you who just joined the chat, I just want to mention that I've had sleep paralysis countless times in my life. Countless times. So that's why I'm just sharing this in this live. So another time was I had this kind of it was another paralysis experience where I woke up without being able to move my body. And again, it's always that pressure in your chest or in your back, depending on if you're sleeping on your back or on your stomach. That pressure that you can't move. And then this one time, I woke up, my eyes were open, and all of a sudden, I kid you not, all of a sudden, something from the back, from here, something came and then dragged me up. It's like dragged me up to the ceiling, but didn't drag my body to the ceiling. It dragged my spirit, my soul. It took my soul and it pulled it like this and I was hung from the ceiling, and it was terrifying. And I eventually got rid of the spirit. I share in my Patreon how to get rid of sleep paralysis. I'm not gonna share it with you here. If you want to know how to get rid of it, the steps that I developed myself, because I've had it so many times, I had to find a way to get rid of this thing. But I shared it on my Patreon. So, but this experience itself is crazy. It's terrifying. Another time that happened to me, yes, I see here, Ipomia Alba says, I don't like sleep paralysis. I don't like it either. I don't like it either. It's really not. It's, I really wish, if you've never had it, just stay like that. It's good that you've never had it. Like it's not something to be proud of, because I've met some people in the past who are like, I want to have a sleep paralysis experience. I wonder what's that like. No, you don't want to have a sleep paralysis experience because it's terrifying. If you've never had it, it's good that you've never had it. You don't want it. You don't want to have it. It's just not a good experience. But another time was like I opened my eyes, and again, it's always the same situation where you can't move your body. And then all of a sudden I saw myself, as I was awake, I saw myself in this kind of basement like place, and then there was this demonic figure right there, and it's almost like I was in the basement and the stairs, and the demonic figure was right there, and it was trying to scare me. It was like, because I was at the bottom, I couldn't move. It's really horrific experience. It's very horrific experiences that happen with sleep paralysis. I've met also, I remember this this well, he was not a friend. He was a person. I'm not going to mention the details about who he is or what he was, but a human being. He was a guy that I met years ago, and all of us, he's never had sleep paralysis, never, 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 and we just happened to know each other at that time. We were kind of friends, and all of a sudden, I remember one day he came freaking out to me, and he said, "Seth, I've had a sleep paralysis. You gotta help me. I've just had it for the first time and it was terrifying." And I'm like, all right, calm down. What happened? Tell me what happened. What did you see? And he said that for him, it was this figure. Like he would again same thing. He would be sleeping in the middle of the night. His body can move. He wakes up. He can see everything around, but then he can move his body. And then all of a sudden, there was this demonic figure. He said that had like this head that's like weird. He called it he said his head looked like the demonic figure. The head looked like a raisin. It was like a ball. It was like a ball like this, and it was speaking to him some kind of weird language that he couldn't understand. And he was terrified. He was so terrified that he went to see a doctor. That's how terrified he was. And again, that happened to him back then because he was very stressed out. That friend, this guy I'm talking about, this happened to him before when he was going through some stressful situations in his life. I had the sleep paralysis yesterday. Am I being stressed out? Yes, because of the energies, because the energies feel off. And that's why it happened. And usually these demonic entities, they're gonna come to the gifted people because they know you can see them. They know you can see them, so they're like, oh, that person is gifted. They can see. I'm gonna probably trigger them to have a sleep paralysis experiences, because they're probably stressed out, and it's so easy to trigger that within their soul when they're sleeping. And I'm gonna feed off their energy, so they're gonna definitely go to you. So try to raise your vibration. Don't stay where you are. Try to raise it. I'm going to share with you a little ritual that I did today, and I'm going to share it with you in this live as well to get rid of, if something like this happened, I'm going to share with you how to do it. In Patreon, I use a different method where I break the sleep paralysis. I break it during the sleep paralysis. I found a method that I made where I break it. That's in Patreon. But here I'm going to share with you how to get rid of this negativity or entity if this happens to you. So I remember with this guy, with this friend, not only he had, when the sleep paralysis kicked in with him, not only it happened once, it kept happening to him almost every other day. So this entity, this raisin head that he was talking about, apparently figured out that the guy was gifted, and that he was actually a gifted guy. But he's living a completely normal life. He's not into the occult. He's not into this stuff. He's not into this. He's like a completely normal guy, but he's gifted. But then I think the entity noticed that he's gifted, that he can see it. So he kept having that sleep paralysis every other day. And I felt sorry for the dude because he was going nuts. He was thinking he's crazy. He was thinking that he's crazy. And this reminds me to the time when I lived in Japan, when I used to have sleep paralysis so much that I couldn't comprehend. And actually in Japan, they call it kanashibari. Kanashibari, that's how they call it. And in Japan, they believe that kanashibari which is sleep paralysis. All Japanese people, this is in their belief. They believe that it's a spirit or a ghost. In the West, in the States, or in America or in Europe, they believe that it's because of stress, that it's a medical condition, that you need to get more sleep. And again, I agree with that. I don't disagree completely with the medical stuff. But in Japan, if you have kanashibari or sleep paralysis, they believe that it's a spirit who's trying to haunt you. They believe it. Like, I talked to all my Japanese friends. I asked them about it when it used to happen to me often, and they said it's a spirit that's trying to haunt you. Here, Kisara, I'm currently jumping into dimensions. I think I wake up in my body, but from another timeline. It's weird. Almanac 13 found out the being that it was in mine called the Hag looked more like Juan. It could be honestly, if you have the sleep paralysis, if you have the experience, whatever, and the entity it can be in any. It's basically a malicious. This is my interpretation. It's a malicious entity that's coming to scare you. That's so it can look in any terrifying form or any terrifying shape. It can. And yesterday, again, all of this I'm trying to share with you to bring you back to what happened to me yesterday, the sleep paralysis that just happened just yesterday. And was it scary? It was a little scary, but I wasn't as scared as before, as back in the day. I wasn't as scared. Actually, one time I want to just share with you this other time in Japan as well, when this kind of sleep paralysis happened, and that was probably one of the scariest things. Is where when it happened, I felt the bed I was sleeping on, and I was by myself. I wasn't with my partner or anything. The bed I was sleeping on, as the sleep paralysis happened, I felt like something sat on the bed. I felt it. I felt like something sat on the bed. I freaked out. I freaked out. You guys have no idea how scared I was that night. I turned on the lights. I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night because it felt like someone sat on the bed and there was no one. It was a spirit or something, you know. But this was years ago. This was more than a decade ago. Back then, I didn't know anything. I didn't even know how to make sense of this. So to go back to yesterday's story, Nightmare is here. They're like, okay, I'm bored. Let's go and have some sleep paralysis party. That's it sounds like that's what they are. That's what they do. You know, it sounds like that's what they do. So yesterday, the sleep paralysis happened again because the energy shift is weird. Like there's something going on. And Azalia. One time I was sleeping. Sorry, I'm just gonna read this comment. One time I was sleeping and I just felt something. I wasn't able to breathe, and I just remember seeing my body and feeling that. Yeah. No, I'm not scared right now. No, I'm not scared. It's terrifying when it happens, but to share with you what happened yesterday. It's the first time a sleep paralysis happened to me when I was sleeping on my side. I was sleeping on the side like this. The first time. It usually happens to me even when I'm sleeping on the back or on the front. Yesterday, for the first time ever, I was sleeping on the side. And again, I woke up I don't know what time it was, maybe 3 a.m., maybe 4 a.m. I woke up. I couldn't move my body, and my body was frozen in time, and I was sleeping like this. So my eyes were just looking around. And as I looked, I'm sleeping like this. I just don't want to give you horror stories, so it's okay. It's just like, as I'm saying this to you guys, I think I'm like, they're probably thinking I'm just like, you know, making things up. But seriously, this is what happened. I was sleeping like this. I looked like this, and on this side here, there was this. I'm gonna call it a demon. There was a demon sitting on me. It was sitting on me, and I even drew what it looked like. This is kind of the drawing is not the best, but it's just like the figure I wanted to show you. Like this is how it looked like. Something like this. This is how it looked like. So that was my figure sleeping on the side, and that was sitting on me, and it was having this this kind of demonic smile, this like this with the fangs, and those were, I don't know if they were horns or if they were they were ears, but they were pointed up. And the thing I noticed with this figure, the most prominent thing that I noticed with this figure, is that it has such an elongated jaw. The jaw was like this. It was like it's almost like the jaw is. If my head is the thing, it's the jaw is up till here. It's up till here. It's like a huge jaw, and the smile was so demonic. And I had eye contact. I had eye contact with the figure. I looked at it, and it looked at me, and it was like kind of smiling. It was kind of like mocking me. You know, it was like mocking me. And then I did the technique that I talk about in my Patreon, where I broke the sleep paralysis because I wasn't scared. I stayed calm. I knew it was sleep paralysis while I was having a sleep paralysis. At this point, I'm experienced, so I knew it was a sleep paralysis. So I didn't freak out. I'm like, literally, I was like, here we go again. And then I just told him basically, just get the heck out of here. Just get out. I don't have time for this. Just get out. So I woke up in the morning, and I knew it's because when something like this comes to visit you, or comes to make your night feel bad, or night terror, or something like this, something like that, it's better to get rid of them. It's better to get rid of the entity. You don't want to have them around you. You don't want to have them in your space, because this entity is there, so they're gonna come again. They might come, tonight, or the day after, or whatever. So basically, I did a ritual where I was. Where I used one of my sigils, which is for protection and manifestation. I think I used one of my sigils that's on at selfalchemist.com. I used it. I did my little ritual. I burned some offerings, and I exorcised, or I basically banished that spirit into whatever I burnt, in the ashes, whatever I burnt. So I put that energy, the energy of the demon, and I did my spell, and I did my ritual, and I put it in the stuff that I burnt. And I burnt a lot of fire, And then I took the ashes, and I put the ashes inside the sigil. I put it inside the sigil, and then I kind of like just basically wrapped the ashes with the sigil. I basically just took the ashes and wrapped the sigil. So the ashes were inside the sigil, and I took that sigil and I disposed it, not in the garbage. I always dispose my stuff in nature, as I mentioned it so many times. It's either in water or in earth, because that energy needs to go back to earth. And if the demon is from the underworld, it needs to go back to the underworld. That's what it needs to go back to. So that's basically what I did. So if you have something similar that happened to you, do your ritual. Try to remove that negative energy that's in your place. Try to remove this entity, this spirit. Try to remove them. And what I did, my technique is I took the ashes. So I did my ritual, whatever I burnt, because for me, fire is the element that will destroy. It will get rid of this thing. So that's why I used fire. I burned so much stuff. I burned another sigil. So I did my work. I put everything on fire, and then the ashes, I put them on another sigil. So it's like I'm locking this demonic entity. I'm trying to lock it and get rid of it as much as possible. And then I put it in nature. I get rid of it in nature, not in the trash. Because if you put it in the trash or in the garbage, it might come back to you, So that's how I got rid of this entity. But it's the first time that it happened when I was sleeping on the side. And all of this, this for me, I see these as signs. When these sleep paralysis happen, or these kind of like super scary nightmares, it means that there's an energy that you need to either adjust, or that you need to get rid of, or that you need to kind of like just you need to do something about it. You can't let it be like this. If you're having a lot of these negative stuff happening, it's better to raise your vibration, to see if the energy is weird. Try to raise the vibration and feel positive, be grateful. Try to always see the good in everything that you have in life. Try to kind of shift that energy, shift it. We are the creators of our own realities. The reality is created always from the mind. So if there's something that's trying to put us down, we have to always shift it. We're the alchemist. Alchemy is all about transformation. And part of the alchemical work as an alchemist, My duty is to transform anything negative into positive. It's always about transforming. If something bad is going on, how do you make it good? If something is negative, how do you make it positive? If something is low, how do you make it high? Like that transformation is very necessary. So that's basically one way to get rid of this entity. And this can come in the form of haunting, in the form of poltergeist. Maybe some of you will have the sleep paralysis, some of you won't. But I'm just sharing it with you. It might be useful. But when these paralysis happens, they're usually terrifying. Because we have a lot of with the living and our families. Troll demon disrupt our sleep. As I'm watching you, my dogs they're alert mode. Yeah, maybe there's something going on. I'm so depressed when that happens, Azalea, to me. But that was the only time. Yeah. Like when it happens, it's concerning. Like especially if it happens to you for the first time, it's concerning. Like that friend, I remember when it happened to him for the first time, his whole life was upside down. I'm lucky that it happened to me when I was younger, much younger, and I knew how to deal with it throughout the years. And I kind of now, even though it happened yesterday, and I'm still like, okay, it's part of life. It's part of, if it happens, it happens. But how do I learn from it? Why did this happen? It happened because I need to shift my energy. I need to tweak something. I need to fix something. I need to adjust. I need to transform something. So nothing is random. Everything happens for a reason, Nightmares here. My cats are like my crystals, always on my bed. And if there's something like that happening to me, they always have my back. Yeah. Like it's good to always surround yourself with these protective either crystals, whatever tools that you love. Always have them around. But sometimes, sometimes these entities, my energy is dark. It's from the dark. I attract these things. I attract them even when I'm walking on the street. It's just the story of my life. To some people, it's not gonna happen, but if it's gonna happen to you, you just have to learn how to live with it. That's why at this point, I'm not scared to exorcise. I can go to a house, I can go to a room or a place and exorcise the entity that's malicious because it's just who I am. I was born like this for this, and this is the reason why I've had so many sleep paralysis. It's for a reason. It's so I build a backbone, like a strong, like something that's gonna give me support for this kind of work. Because when you're in the netherworld. In the netherworld, in the realm of demons, there's many things. There's many hierarchies. There's the bad ones. There's the good ones. There's the nasty ones. There's the ones like this who wants to just feed off your fear. There's a lot of things that a lot of entities. It's not just one or the other. It's not just black or white. It's a lot of these entities are in the gray. They're in the middle. Some of them are neutral. Some of them have agendas. Some of them have ulterior motives and they want something from you. Some of them don't want anything from you. Some of them want to help you and want to be there for you, to support you. That's why the ancient Egyptians used to, there are a lot of demons who are going to want to be your guardians and help you, because the ancient Egyptians used to call them guardians. They were demons, but they were guardians. They're called guardians for a reason, because they guard, So there's a lot of elements that connects to this. It's if why sleep paralysis happens to only few people. What does it mean? Why some people never get to experience it? Actually, it goes back to what I just answered right now. It's because some people who are, this is what I believe, and again, I keep referring to that friend, because he was also like he was a dark one too, but he was so normal. I'm a seer. I can see through people. I could see that he's gifted and he's dark. That's for sure. The guy is gifted and he's very dark, but He doesn't want to hear that. He wants to be as normal as possible, and that's his choice. It's okay. I think these sleep paralysis happen most likely to people who have dark energy, who come from the dark. I literally mean that before you were human, you probably were one of these spirits who live in the underworld. That's what I mean, literally. Like before I reincarnated, now as Seth Alchemist in this lifetime, when I was a spirit, I'm from the netherworld, the real deal. Like I'm from there. So for the people who get these experiences, and again, I don't only get sleep paralysis. I get sleep paralysis. I get poltergeists. I get like these weird hauntings all the time. It's because these spirits are attracted. They're like, it's familiar to them. It's like, oh, you're human, but you're familiar. You're a familiar human. We kind of want to see what's going on. You know, we're attracted to you. When you're attracted to someone, you know, it's because there's something there. There's some sort of connection. You're connected one way or another. So if sleep paralysis, if you're one of the people that, you know, sleep paralysis happened to you, that's your own way to first tell you that you're gifted. That's one. First, you know you're gifted because you can see these entities. Number two is to tell you that your energy is dark. It's dark. It's dark energy. There's nothing light about your energy. And that's not bad. That's not negative. That's just your nature. That reflects in even how we are, naturally speaking. Some humans are white, some humans are black, some humans are, I don't know, blue, some humans are green, some animals are brown, some animals are orange. You have all sorts of colors and all sorts of shapes and all sorts of behaviors and all sorts of it's different things. There's just like how there's different fruits and different vegetables. Everyone is different. Some people, some spirits are from the dark. It's just as simple as that. They're, as in from the underworld, from the realm of what religion has been trying to demonize for years. Your soul comes from there. It's from there. It's just as simple as that. If sleep paralysis happened to you, it means that's what you are, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing bad with it. You shouldn't be scared of it. It's just your nature. It's just your nature. So these entities are gonna come and try to kind of like feed off your energy. Some other people might not experience this sleep paralysis because their energy is not dark, because their energy is from something else. It could be light energy. It could be some other type of energy. It could be like, I don't know, just for lack of better terms, it could be purple energy. It could be blue energy. I don't know. I'm just throwing out, you know, terms out there. Maybe it doesn't make sense, but everyone have different energies. And these sleep paralysis will often happen to only certain people because in the medical field, they say, well, it's stress. And I agree. It could have to do with, you know, it has to do sometimes with stress, with being low, with not feeling good. But if that's the case, how come it only still happens to only certain people? I've met and I know people who are so stressed out and they've never had sleep paralysis. They've never had it. So how do you explain that? If it happened to every stressed person out there, then sure, then yeah, it is 100% because of stress. But the fact that only few people get to experience these sleep paralyses and see these entities, it means it's a message for you that it could be your awakening. I think for this guy that I mentioned before, it was his awakening. It was his way to say, hey, you're gifted. The universe wanted to tell him, you're gifted. You can see these spirits. You can see these entities. It's time for you to wake up. But he didn't want to. He just wants to be a normal human being. And that's fine. It's free will. It's his choice, you know? So that's I think what I have to say about that question. So if sleep paralysis doesn't happen to you or you've never had it, it doesn't mean that you're not gifted. It doesn't mean that. It just means that your energy comes from somewhere else, you know, that you're connected to a different type of spirits. You're connected to a different type of demons. You're connected to a different type of energy, if you will, right? But and that's why, like, I feel like for me, where I come, the spirit before it was human, for me, where my spirit, where it was before, I think it was in a very scary, like like area of the netherworld. I think it was in a very scary area because so many these monsters and these creatures and these that I see, and even if I see them in a movie or not, they make sense to me. To me, every time I'm just like, I'm not one, I'm not scared, I'm not grossed out, I'm not I feel familiar. I'm like these things make sense to me. I don't know why they make sense to me, you know? They make sense to me more than human physique. They make sense to me more than what a human being looks like. And I know that sounds very weird. It sounds weird, but it's just what I feel, you know? It's just what I feel. So my spirit belongs there. It's from there. It's from a very scary area of the underworld. Very, like, I think it's a very scary area, like that normal human beings will freak the shit out if they see what's in there. But I think that's where my soul is from. But the problem is that people tend to associate that with evil or bad, or, you know, scary doesn't mean bad. You can get scared. But sure, yesterday this entity, it showed up. Well, I was scared. Was I scared? Sure, let's say I was scared. But what happened to me? Here I am talking to you guys right now. I'm good. I'm doing good, you know. I got rid of it, and here I am, you know. Things that scare you doesn't mean that they're bad for you, you know. Fear is not always negative, but humans always associate fear with negativity, unfortunately. Sylvia, hello, welcome to the chat. uh, Pomonia, how do I know if my energy is from the dark? Oh, that's a very good question. Well, again, if you've had sleep paralysis before, yes or not, you can get a reading. You can get a tarot reading from a serious practitioner. They can tell you if your energy is from the dark, if you're connected to demons, if these entities, if the like it's also by intuition. You know, what do you think yourself? If I ask you the question, what would your answer be? If I ask you the question, you will know. People who have dark energies, who are from the underworld, spiritually speaking, they know it. They know it right away. They don't need to even think about it. They will know it right away. But there's different ways you can get a reading. You can again do your research about the underworld, about demonology, about demons, and see what you can find and how can you connect to that. If you connect, then maybe you are. If you don't connect, then maybe you're not, you know? So there's different ways. And there's years, of course, this happened to me. It's like experience scared of them. Yeah, yeah, it's you nightmares. Yeah, you can work with a lot of these entities, but with these demons, you can work with many of them, but some of them, unfortunately, just as above so below, as within so without, as below so above. Just like on earth, there's always good and bad there. You're gonna find good humans and bad humans. You're gonna find nice animals and hostile animals. You're gonna find, you know, it's again the hermetic principle of polarity. So nightmare is here just to remind you that in the spirit realm that exists too, and you have to have that discernment. There are bad spirits out there. There are evil spirits that are gonna try to, you know, just trying to jeopardize your day. They want you, you know, they might just not like you for no apparent reason. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. Like when I meet these spirits who just don't like me. They just don't like me. That's it, for no reason. I don't know why, but they just don't. And I had to literally either banish them or tell them to stop firmly for them to stop. And I remember, especially in Bali. In Bali, like holy moly, like when I was living in Bali, like the amount of spirits there that were trying to jeopardize like my life every single day, because Bali is infested with spirits. It's infested with spirits that are actually from other dimensions. They're not even human spirits. And Ina, which can actually relate to this as well, because she felt it a lot, in Bali. So there are going to be spirits out there who are harmful. They do exist. We can't say they don't exist. They do, and there are good ones too. So it's kind of like the same. Kisara, it sounds like Constantine. It's a great comic book. I prefer the Dark Justice League over Constantine. No, that's a cool movie. Constantine is a really, I like that movie. Constantine is a really cool movie. Yeah. Um, uh, who I, it could be, yes. So I'm reading your, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Infinite Health. I appreciate it. Oh, good job with the little fox. Thank you, Infinite Health, for the donation. I appreciate it. Infinite Health, if you have any question, I'm here. I'm here to answer. But like here, another entity I want to talk about that's connected to sleep paralysis is, I think I need to add it in the title as well. It's these two demonic entities that you're gonna find everywhere online in demonology. They're huge, and they're called the Succubus or the Incubus. The Succubus and the Incubus. They're two basically spirits or demons that is said cause sleep paralysis. They cause sleep paralysis, and a lot of people actually ask me about them. But the difference with these entities, when they visit you in the dream, either the Succubus or the Incubus, they come with basically sexual dreams. They kind of want. It's almost like they want to violate the person's dream, or through sleep paralysis they want to kind of like do something that's not cool. They want to disturb you in a way that you don't want to. So that's even more horrifying. It's more scary because it doesn't feel good. It feels like you're like, what the hell's going on here? And I think actually the names Succubus and Incubus, I think all of this comes from Greek. The names, and the explanation for the Succubus is the entity, that something basically like this, that comes and basically sits on you when you're sleeping on your back, sits on you this way. And again, I don't want to elaborate. You guys know what I mean. I mean it in a sexual way. In a sexual way, they sit here. That's called the Succubus. The Incubus is when you're sleeping on your back and the entity is behind you. That's the Succubus. So the words are from Greek, and they mean when these malicious entities come and try to have what should I call it? Like spiritual intercourse with you, even though you don't want it. So it's really not cool. That I've never had that. And if I did, I just have no recollection of it. But I've never had that. I don't remember having that. But I think if you've experienced that, that could be even worse. But they say that it has the same nature of sleep paralysis. It's the same nature, because these people who experience this basically also cannot move. So it's basically like sleep paralysis, but like from like a sexual, standpoint, if you will. So, but again, these are what the Greeks call them, because this stuff used to happen all the way back to ancient Greece. So this is all. By the way, sleep paralysis, I want to add, sleep paralysis, Succubus, Incubus, all of these concepts, they go back to ancient times. They go back to ancient Greece, to medieval times. There's a lot of paintings portraying the Succubus and the Incubus. There's many paintings portraying sleep paralysis. So this stuff is not new. This used to happen from the beginning of time, from the beginning of civilization. Humans always had this, and this is the interaction that exists between humans and the spirit realm during the sleep. Nightmare is here. Thank you so much for the donation. Kisara, thank you so much for donation. I appreciate you guys. With the foxies, I love these fox. These fox are awesome. Thank you so much. They're really cool. I appreciate it. Infinite Health, just to answer your question here, says I dream within a dream, confronted by a stronger entity in the shape of a human. I try to wake up, but can can only move from one dream to another. It takes me 2-3 times to wake up completely. That's very interesting. It sounds like some sort of inception. This happened to me before. This a dream within a dream, and I think when it happened to me, it was even from almost a sleep paralysis experience. I'm gonna explain it to you. Once I remember, and this was years ago. I was also I was dreaming. I was sleeping on a couch, and it was in another country many years ago. And I was lying down, like napping. I was napping, and all of a sudden, I was falling asleep. And as I was falling asleep, I saw there was this lamp right above my head, and this lamp started flickering. It started flickering, 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 and then I fell asleep. After I saw the lamp flickering, I fell asleep. But then what happened is that I woke up. But then I woke up, and then I opened my eyes, and it was like a sleep paralysis experience. I couldn't move my body, and I woke up, and it was bright. It wasn't dark. It was bright. I saw the light, and then I saw the light again, and it was flickering again. And then I realized that I was not awake, that it was in sleep paralysis state. And then I got myself out of the sleep paralysis in order to wake up. And then I woke up for real, like frightened. And then I sat down, and then the light was on, and everything was so. It's almost like some entity there was trying to cause a sleep paralysis while it was bright. The room, the light was on, like it was a bright room. You know, it wasn't even dark. So it felt like a dream within a dream. But if you're having this dream within a dream, it's maybe you're just navigating different dimensions within the spirit realm. Because again, as I mentioned before, when we sleep, our spirit goes into the spirit realm. That's where our soul is. That's where we go when we sleep. So if you have a dream within a dream, I feel like you're maybe navigating through different dimensions, and these dimensions feel deeper and deeper. So maybe in one dream, your spirit is in one dimension, and in the other, it's like it went on to another dimension. If there's a human figure that you met there, that could be either one of your ancestors, it could be a spirit guide, it could be someone who's trying to guide you or trying to help you or trying to give you a message. Because usually dreams are the best ways for spirits to give messages to humans. Dreams are the best way for spirits to give messages to humans. So if you saw some figure, it means that they're trying to give you some sort of message. But I think that's probably what it is for infinite health. Yes, here. Here, let's see. Happened to me twice. Okay, so it means on top and bottom. Yes. Azalea, I had that before. Oh my god. Yeah. I've even had to answer Azalea. Like I even had a reading with people who this was their main problem. I've had readings with clients that hired me for a reading just because this was their main problem, and it's concerning. I myself don't like it when I hear that. When I hear that, I don't like it because you want to, like, let's say you don't like the experience. You don't like the experience of the Succubus or Incubus. You don't like it, and you're like, what do I do? You know, like maybe in your soul, before it was reincarnated, it was in love with this spirit or this entity, because spirits and entities and demons, they also love each other. Maybe this spirit has stayed there, and when you reincarnate as a physical body, that spirit or that entity is still obsessed with you, and that's why they come and give you these kind of dreams. They're obsessed with you, but but they're not physical. So it means that you guys either had a relationship, or you kind of loved each other, or it could be just a nasty spirit that's wanting to satisfy themselves sexually with you. I don't know, just like human beings. All of these cases can apply, but it depends on your intuition. How do you feel? If you feel that you don't like it, and if you feel unpleasant, and if you feel like that it's not for you, then you really again, rituals. You can do rituals for banishing the spirit. You can speak to the spirit when it shows up and tell them to to f off, basically, to like use your dark energy, and just you can one thing that I also do, you can threaten. If an entity is very it's very hostile, you can, or they're very mm, dangerous, not dangerous, but they're just too strong, you can threaten to burn them, and I can do that. One thing I can do is to actually call upon some of my demons to ask them to get rid of the entity. This is I actually did this naturally until I found out that it's a practice that used to be in ancient Israel and ancient Egypt. This was a practice. I did it without even knowing this was something that the magicians used to do. I basically was doing it naturally. I don't know. I knew that I could use demons to get rid of other demons. You can do that. And then I read some books, and I realized it's a practice. It's actually a magic practice. You summon demons to get rid of other demons, but you have to be powerful, because these demons, when you require a demon to get rid of the demon, that means this demon or this spirit is like, it's badass. It means it's some crazy entity. So there's a lot of ways you can do it: rituals, threatening them, calling upon other demons. But you just have to know what you're doing. You just have to know what you're doing. Don't just say, "Oh, Seth said this and this. That means I can do it too." La 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 la. It's not like that. If you don't know what you're doing, you can say anything to this entity, and they're gonna be there. They're gonna even laugh at you. They're gonna be like, "Oh, sure, yeah, keep talking, keep talking. Yes, I'm gonna be there." You have to know what you're doing. You have to really know it. And again, it's all about that energy within you. Do you have that dark, really dark, powerful energy within, or you think you have that dark energy within? You just think, but you don't. So a lot of people do nowadays. Witchcraft and this field is becoming trendy. So a lot of people think that they're badass, but they're actually very fluffy. They're not badass. But a lot of people just think it. They just think they're badass. But anyway, again, this is a common thing with the succubus and incubus. It's pretty common. It's a lot of people have this. A lot of, and like I really I myself, even by hearing it, I don't like it. Just by hearing it, I feel like it's annoying. It's annoying. Uh, Nightmares here. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. This is what I'm here to do, just to share these experiences with you, because you guys are not here randomly. If you're watching this, it's for a reason. It's definitely for a reason. So everything, there are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. And you guys hearing what I'm saying means that it's gonna come of some use for you in the future, one way or another. Michelle hints, no, it's not cool. I was able to stop the attack. That's great. If you're able to stop the attack, do it. Threaten them, cuss at them, tell them to f off, just anything. Do it, because they don't have the right to. It's your physique, your body is your temple. It's your private property. If anything, it's the only private property you're gonna own in one lifetime. It's this thing. It's your philosopher's stone. It's your property. So yes, if they're trying to violate this property, do anything to chase them away. Cuss them, curse them, hex them, call upon other entities to hex them, burn them. They're not allowed to be there. You have to be very firm and assertive. If they're there, you don't joke around. You tell them, get the heck out of here, or else. And like, so good for you. Do that. That's great. Do it. Uh, uh, Yeah, the foxes are in a witch. Thank you for the donation with the fox as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, there's a fox party here. There is a actually this thing looks like a fox. Like I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks I'm laughing. This thing was terrifying. It was not funny. Okay, I'm laughing. This thing was scary, guys. And it happened to me while for the first time while I was sleeping on the side. Guys, if any of you had a sleep paralysis while you're sleeping on the side, I need to know because I've never heard of sleep paralysis on the side. I've never heard of it. So this was my first time, and this actually fox-looking thing, that's kind of weird. That's so weird. This thing was terrifying. It was mocking me so hard, and I'm like, oh, you mock me, you mock me. All right, keep mocking me. We're gonna see who's gonna laugh at last. We're gonna see. but but yeah, yeah, like Michelle, I had a spirit demon since I was about 8 years old, sent to me by a demonic Satanist spirit. As I become older, I have learned that this demon will. Yeah, like yeah, some of these entities, unfortunately, we just have to know if they're there. Like what you're saying, this is actually very important, like, for Michelle. If you this is good information. If you realized that's what it is, then you know that there's something that you need to get rid of, and that's good that you stopped the attack. Eventually, the attack was trying to happen, and then you stopped it. So we can't be oblivious to this. If it happens and we don't like it, and we feel violated, and we feel like this is not for us, we have like what you did here, which is great. First of all, do research, read about this, know what this is, where is it from, what's the origin of it, why does it happen, and the more you know, the more knowledge you gain, the easier you're gonna navigate these experiences when they happen. Knowledge is wisdom, and wisdom, when you have it, you know how to live. That's how it works. So the more you learn, the more you know, the more you can get rid of it. Versus if you know nothing and then it happens to you and then you freak out. You're gonna freak out so hard. Like that friend that I knew, that he went to see a doctor right away. He went, and the doctor was like, it's so, calm down. I think you're just making things up. He was not making things up. It was real. If that's what a doctor is going to tell you, if you go to a doctor, that's what they're going to tell you. You're making things up, and then eventually, if you go many times, they're going to think you're crazy, and you don't want doctors to know that you're crazy, because you don't want to end up in an asylum, because that's usually how some people end up in asylums. I mean, you have to do your own research, do what works for you. Thank you guys, you're welcome. If you need help, thank you. Yeah. Oh, Azalea, you got it from Ina's readings twice. Yeah. Like sometimes maybe if you got it from a reading, that it's probably the reason why it's happening. Maybe there was a connection before you were reincarnated, and that's why this is happening. So I think the best way is to do ritual, invoke the spirit or the entity, talk to them during the ritual, tell them, hey, I don't want this to happen. I'm done here. You gotta stay away from me, or else, while you're doing the ritual. I think there's ways to do this. There's ways to kind of get rid of this. But then if you got it in a reading, that's probably where it came from. Yeah. Michelle said it. The crazy thing, it hasn't attacked me since, and I really didn't consider a real attack until I was. Because these entities, when they see that you have the power to harm them in the spirit realm, when they see that, they get scared. You think these entities are not scared, but they are scared too. The same way we get scared, they get scared too. So it doesn't work just one way, it works both ways. So if they think they can come and scare us, and especially I'm talking about the evil ones, then if you show them that you can do things that's gonna scare them too, and it's threatening to them, the same way they're threatening us in the sleep paralysis, then guess what? They're not gonna bother you again. They're not gonna show up because they're gonna be like, oh, that person, I don't want to mess with them. I'd rather stay away. I don't want to go there, and I don't want them to call up on their demon or their spirit because I don't want to deal, So yeah, they're not. If you're assertive and if you told them to piss off, then they're not gonna come back, So you're probably, the way you did it was very assertive and it was very, very strong. It came with like confidence, and that's when they're like, okay, all right, So yeah. Death Metal Punk, hello, thank you for joining. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Nightmare. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Nightmare is here. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Kisara, there's so much disrespect to social media. A lot of people saying that they have hard. Yeah, like one thing with social media, for to Kisara's point, it is a trend. It is a trend to be a witch, and this trend is gonna die, just like many other trends are gonna die. Just wait. I give it another year, and it's gonna probably go away, and only the real ones are gonna stay around. Only the real ones, and all of the junk, all of the trash, they're gonna get. They're just gonna go away because the thing with social media is that it's allowing people to be who they really are, and who they really are is like, as in like, either you're good or nasty. So if you're nasty, it's who you are. So what's happening with social media is that it's just showing people how nasty humans are, how nasty human beings are, and I get proven right like every day about this. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Not you guys. You guys are great. You guys are one of the few cool people out there. Believe me, you're one of the few cool ones out there in the whole world, because the world is filled with nasty people. Nasty people. It's filled. And that nastiness is going to show up on social media because that's how they are. So they're nasty people, so their nastiness is going to show up, So unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Humans have always been like this. But social media is exposing this right now. It's exposing it. But if you think that it was any different before, I'm here to tell you it was always like this. It was just more like hidden because there were no outlets for humans to show their nastiness. It was kind of hidden, and now it's exposed. But it's been always like this, even in ancient Egypt, even in ancient Mesopotamia, even when the gods were living, even when the Anunnaki were living. Why do you think they triggered a flood, the deluge? Why do you think they triggered a flood on Earth? Because of how nasty humans are. Humans are very nasty. They're nasty by nature, and I'm a human being, and I'm here, and I'm confirming it, and I'm saying it, and I'm like, it's just the way it is, And we're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. So I think the best way is to kind of stay positive and acknowledge that we are nasty. Acknowledge that we're nasty creatures. All we do is harm. By living, by breathing, we are harming Earth every day. But the best way is to acknowledge that this is what we are, but what can we do to fulfill the mission we came here to fulfill? I think for me that's what that makes sense. If that's not it, then it's really that's a different conversation. It's a different conversation, and that's actually scary. If we're not here to fulfill a mission, if we're here just because we're here, then that's actually that's even more scary than the demons and malicious entities. That's even scarier than these malicious demons. It's even scarier. But yeah. Anyway. Michelle, I was attacked on the side. Okay, so you were. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to know because I was wondering if sleep paralysis happened to people when they're sleeping on the side. But if it happened to you on the side, then it does happen. Okay, that's cool. Um, Ina, Seth, what do you think about dreams? Are they real? Uh, yeah, but as I mentioned earlier, I think dreams, no matter how unreal they seem, no matter how science is going to tell you that dreams are just a representation of what's happening in your daily life. Just like you're going to find this with Carl Jung, and because Carl Jung was obsessed with dreams, and these are all great researchers that have lived, and they contributed to science and everything. But no matter what's happening to you in your daily life, when in spirit when it goes in the dream realm, two things can happen. It's either going to focus on what's happening during daytime, what's happening in the physical reality. So the spirit is going to try to either solve that in the dream time, in the spirit realm. It's going to either try to solve it, or or if it doesn't know how to solve it, it's going to kind of dwell in it. For example, let's say you're having a problem. You're having a problem in your life. You can't find a job, or you can't find the one person for you, or you lost someone in your family, and that's the main problem that you're having. So when you go to the spirit realm, your spirit is going to focus, it's going to dwell on that problem. So it's going to, in the spirit realm, still manifest scenarios similar to the physical reality, but weird, very weird, because in the spirit realm, anything is possible. Well, not anything, but much more than the physical reality. So that's why these dreams can be sometimes explained with a connection to what you're going through in life. That's one thing. So that's why, for example, let's say you're stuck. You feel like in your dream you're stuck in the same place and you can't walk or you can't move. That means that in your physical reality, that means you're in your daily life, you're also stuck. You're stuck in some sort of situation. You can't figure out some sort of problem, you know? That's one thing. Another type of dream is when the spirit manifests going in the spirit realm. Actually, it's like a travel. It's like you do a travel in the spirit realm. So you're not dwelling in what's happening in your daily life. You just go. You go explore the spirit realm. And that's most of the times when you're going to either meet some spirits that you've never seen before. You're going to meet your guardian demons. You're going to meet your ancestors. You're going to meet some other spirits, or dreams, or scenarios. Sometimes planets. I've had this happen to me. I dreamt myself on other planets that don't make any sense, with other beings that look very different than humans, because your spirit is traveling to these places. It's actually there. And that's why many dreams don't make sense. And usually those are the dreams you're not going to remember, because they're so deep, because you travel so deep in the spirit realm or the astral plane. You travel so deep that when you wake up, you don't remember. You don't remember where you were. So that's the second case scenario where your spirit goes when you sleep. So it could be either or. Sleep paralysis happens when you're in between. It's like you find yourself in between the physical and the spiritual, and that's why you can't move your body, but you can see everything around you. So so if that makes sense. Infinite Health, can you control your dreams? Can you program your dreams? It's like this sounds more like lucid dreaming. Infinite Health, if you're asking about controlling dreams, it sounds to me like lucid dreaming or astral projection. It's like consciously taking your spirit in the spirit plane and controlling it. Remote viewing, which I personally have. I myself, when I find myself in meditative states and my spirit is projected in areas I don't recognize, but I'm awake, and my eyes are closed, of course. I see it with my third eye, with my inner eye, and I see myself somewhere else completely. It could be in nature, it could be in another room, it could be in another timeline. I see myself completely somewhere else, and it's so vivid. These experiences I've had with remote viewing are so vivid. It's like more vivid than reality itself. It's like I feel like I'm there standing there, and that location is, I don't know where it is, but I'm awake. The only thing that I'm doing is that my eyes are closed like this. But I'm awake. I can hear you. I can hear everything. But with my inner eye, I can see vividly other locations. And that's so trippy. It's so trippy because I'm like, where am I? And again, I'm not on any psychedelics. I don't do psychedelics. I don't recommend them. No weed, no mushrooms, no ayahuasca, none of that stuff. Everything I'm telling you is natural. It happens naturally. All I have to do is close my eyes and focus to be somewhere, and then, but I can't control where I can go. I just pop somewhere. And I see clearly, like it's so vivid. It's so vivid that my brain have a hard time to process it, but it's my spirit. It's not me. It's my spirit. So remote viewing, I have experiences with that. There are some people who can do astral projection, and they're very good at it. They basically at will, they can take off their body, their spirit. They can separate their spirit from their physical body and travel in the astral plane. That's also possible. Only few people can do that. Not everyone. Only few people. Is it similar to remote viewing? Not really, because when you do astral projection, your whole spirit is floating. It's actually traveling in the spirit realm. Remote viewing, for me and for other remote viewers, you see it just like a screen. It's not a screen, but you see it like it's like you're peeping from this window with your eyes closed, and there's a window, and then you're peeping from this window and you're looking at other places. It's weird. It's so weird. But there are even remote viewers have been hired by CIA and all of these KGB, all of these Russians and American secret services. They try to hunt down these remote viewers, and they try to use them for warfare before, and they try to use them for spying and stuff, because it's real. This thing is actually real. The remote viewing there are people who can easily remote view at will any location in the world that they want. It's some people have that gift. I have it, but it's not trained. It's not worked on. I was never interested in working on it or making it like very good or anything like that. But I have it. I can do it. But that's I think for lucid dreaming, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about lucid dreaming. I feel like lucid dreaming, you're just visualizing, whereas astral projection and remote viewing, you're not visualizing. You're actually you're in the spirit realm. You're in there, like 100%. Here, I'm trying to read these questions. Yeah, I think Kisara, I think what I just mentioned maybe answered some of that. Dream realities and shifting again. Dreams, I believe dreams are the spirit realm. They are other realities, and that's where we go when we dream. We go to other dimensions, and that's what we see and we experience. That's where we are in the dream. Ipomio Alba said, how long and how many times have you been reincarnated on Earth? Not many. I'm one of these people who people call probably not an old soul. I'm the opposite of an old soul. I have not really been reincarnated many times on Earth. The ones I can recall so far, I can recall 1, 2, 3, I would say 4 or 5 max. That's it. Those are the ones I can recall. I think 4 to 5 times on Earth. I don't know why people are obsessed with calling themselves old souls. They fantasize this idea, I'm an old soul and I'm amazing, I know it, you know. It's like I find that very funny when people fantasize and are proud of being an old soul. I'm an old soul. Woo! Congratulations for being reincarnated again in this shithole. If you're an old soul, what the heck are you doing here? Isn't there a better place to be at? Like, what you it's cool. There is nothing wrong with being an old soul. I just find it funny when people think it's something to be proud of. Oh, I'm proud of being an old soul. And I know it's going to piss off a lot of you, but hey, I'm sorry. But I don't think there's anything to be proud of being an old soul. Being an old soul just means that you've been on Earth for so many times that you don't know how to get the heck out of here. That's what it means. So, is it really something to be proud of, an old soul? Is it really something to be proud of? Really? I don't agree. I'm not an old soul. I think I've been here 4 or 5 times max. And in this reincarnation, I'm just having such a hard time to just process what the heck, what the heck are these humans doing again? Why are humans like this? Like, just can we just like settle this once and for all? It's just like the previous reincarnations I've had were very ancient. They were not recent. None of them was recent. One was in Atlantis, one was in ancient Egypt era, I would say around 7,000-8,000 years ago, and few other ones in ancient Greece for sure. Around the Greece area, there was one there, and there was a couple other ones, and that's it. And every time I reincarnated, it was just kind of like it was trying to experience what it is like to be a human being, and kind of like, maybe you have a mission, maybe you don't have a mission, maybe I came here to fulfill a purpose. And I feel like every time I was obsessed with finding stuff, every time I was obsessed with like finding the mystery of this or the mystery of that, that's why in this lifetime I'm obsessed with also seeking and researching and trying to find again. And I feel like that's probably the reason why I was reincarnated, but in this lifetime. But I'm not an old soul. I'm kind of I'm not an old human soul, just from a human perspective. But what I know is that I'm an old soul for other dimensions. For other dimensions, I'm definitely an old soul, because so many things that humans do don't make any sense to me. They just don't make any sense. Like I'm like, I just cannot understand humans. I can't. And trust me, I try so hard to understand humans, and to kind of see where they're coming from, and I never succeed in understanding the behavior of human beings. I don't. Nothing they do resonates with me. Like, nothing. Literally nothing. They just don't make sense to me. So yeah, from a non-human reincarnation perspective, I'm an old soul in other dimensions, in other realms, as other species, as other beings. Yes. As a human, no, I'm not an old soul as a human, because an old soul probably have more patience and more. They kind of know things, and for me, I'm always going crazy trying to figure out why the heck are humans like this, but a real old soul, a real human old soul, are the kind of humans who, when you meet them, they just know. They know how humans are. You tell them, for example, I've had conversations with old souls, and I'm like, why are humans doing this? Isn't it just not right? Are they stupid? Are they crazy? And the old soul will be like, well, it's just how it is. It's just how humans are. And it was always like this, and it's just the way it is, and you just have to live with it. That's an old soul. An old soul is like, they just know the human life. They know it so well. They know how to navigate it. They're so calm with it. They when stuff goes wrong or goes down, they don't get agitated. They're kind of like, they just know that It's the nature of human beings. I'm not like that. For me, humans don't make sense at all. Nothing they do make sense. Nothing. I don't even understand why we need to eat. I don't even understand why we need to eat to live. Even something as basic as that doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. What the heck? Why do I need to hurt a plant, to kill a fruit or a vegetable or an animal, even though I don't eat meat? Why? So I can live? What the heck is this concept? What is this? It's twisted. It's kind of twisted. It's psychotic. It's like that you have to feed off something and kill it in order for yourself to live. A lot of things don't make sense. A lot of things don't make sense. I'm not even talking about big stuff. I'm talking about something as basic as nutrition. Why do we need to eat? It's crazy. It's insane. We're just so we can harm, so we can live, so we can eat. But yeah, that was a long answer to your question. Sorry, that was a long answer. Here, yeah, like Nightmare is here. Yeah, people, in social media, they play around with this word Lucifer this, Lucifer that, or this or that. Humans tend to be fools. Human beings are fools. They don't know what they're talking about. And as I said, they have always been like this. Humans have always been like this. I just learned this recently from a very good friend of mine, from an old soul friend of mine. I learned this recently, and humans have been like this. It's not new. We think humans are no. It was there were. If anything, humans are better now. Humans are better right now, by far. By far, we're in a better era. We live in an era. Humans live in an era where you can go out and you're safe, and no one is gonna attack you or kill you or rape you or steal you. There are countries and cities and areas like that. They do exist. But I'm saying, generally speaking, we're living in a world where you can go out and come back home safe by yourself. That's an accomplishment in human history. In human history, that's an accomplishment. Because if we go just back to the medieval times, just back to the 1400s and 1300s, that was not possible. You go out, you don't know if you're coming back safe or harmed or killed or raped or stolen or kidnapped, or you don't know. It does exist, as I'm saying, it still exists, but it was way more prominent back in human history. So we live we live in good times. We live in good times compared to what was going on before. That's something that's a positive thing that we can focus on, for sure. To go out and you can chill and you can be okay and you can do your thing and to not be burnt. People like us in medieval times, we would be burnt. You know that? We would be either burnt or tortured. Can you imagine? And here we are talking from different parts of the world, and we're alive. So it is better. It is better than before, for sure. So if these people want to kind of do their social media thing and kind of let them do that. At least we're not burnt. At least no one is coming to us to burn us. Burn us alive. So. Yeah. No, Michelle, it's okay. I'm sorry if I'm chatting too much. No, you're good. It's like comments, questions, constructive. That's what we're here for. This is the community we're here for, to talk about these subjects, and most of the times these subjects are not accepted as mainstream, so it's hard to find even friends who are gonna hear you talk about spirits or demons or sleep paralysis or entities or Lucifer or demonology or occults or rituals or even tarot. And then this is a safe space where we can all talk about this. We can address it. We can say our comments. and we can be respectful to each other. And I'm here to answer if I can answer. Why not? Because the moment this ends and you go outside, most people are just being normal. They try to fit in society and be as normal as they can, normal as possible. It's their choice. It's their choice. But this is a safe space where we can be who we are. Because I know it's hard. It's hard out there to even bring this up to your families, or even to your friends, or even to your partners, or even to in your jobs, because people will label you crazy, and it'll cause you problems in your life. So yeah, you're welcome in here, and don't worry. If you have any question or anything, it's totally fine. It's totally fine. In which do you have colorful dreams or black and white? My dreams are not black and white. They're colorful. Yeah. When people say black and white dreams, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, what is black and white dreams? Like, is that even a thing? I mean, maybe people dream like that, but for me, it's colored for sure. It's always colored. Even my visions, it's with color. And if it's not vivid color, it's kind of like faded. It's like faded color, but it's with color. It's always with color. That's yeah. But maybe some other people dream in black and white. But yeah. Yeah. Ipomoia Alba. Do you see things with colors when you remote view? And is it possible, like, to touch things? Yeah, I see. Not just with color. They're more vivid than reality. Like, they're more vivid, as in, like, yes, vivid as in, like, real. But yeah, they're so colorful. Like, I remember this one time I was in this room, and it has like this red chair. It looked like it's from the 18th, 17th century in some castle. That's what it looked like. It looked like a castle, 17th, 18th century France, something like that. And it was this beautiful chair with gold. The color was gold, and the chair seating area, the flocking area was red. And the colors were so vivid. They were more vivid than what I see right now. They were so vivid, the colors. Touching things, no. I never touched in remote viewing, but it's actually really cool to try next time if I have this experience. It's cool. Maybe I'll try if I have this experience. I never touched the items or the objects. It's like I'm just witnessing them. I'm just seeing them. The vision happens here in this area with my eyes closed, and it's here, and it's almost, as I said, it's like a window. It's like a window, and it's this big. It's like this big. It's like this. This is the how big the window is, like this big, and then I can see through it, and I see with vivid colors, and everything looks real. Like it looks as real as reality itself. But I've never touched or tried to touch these things physically. No, I've never tried, and it didn't occur to me to do it when I've had these experiences. But next time, if I have the same experience again, I will try to actually touch the items and see if it's possible to physically sense them or feel them. Because again, with remote viewing, I have the gift, but I never practiced it, or I don't know why. I was never interested in delving into it. I'm kind of ignoring it. It's kind of there, but it's like, but it has to do with my clairvoyance. That's why I can see spirits and demons and entities. It's all connected to clairvoyance. So if you have clairvoyance, you can probably remote view as well, Nightmare is here. Can sleep paralysis happen when you're a very deep meditation state? Never. I never experienced that. I used to have very, very, very deep meditative states. Like, I would meditate and have very deep meditative states. I would meditate for hours, and sometimes I wouldn't even. I meditated when I was doing my meditation days years ago. I would meditate until I don't feel my limbs anymore. Like, I would meditate until it gets to a point where I don't feel my hands, I don't feel my arms, I don't feel my legs, I stop feeling my body. I stop. But willingly, consciously. If I move my hand, it's gonna move right away, but I stop feeling it's there. That's how deep my meditation can go. It can go to the point where I don't have I lose the location of my body. I know my spirit is here. All I sense is this usually happens when I meditate for 1 hour or more. If I go on meditating for 1 hour or more, I get to a point where I can sense only my spirit, and my spirit is just kind of here. I feel it here, and then I don't feel, not because my limbs are become numb. It's not because I'm numb. No, I just stop feeling them because I'm so focused into the meditation. But I don't meditate anymore. This is back when I used to meditate. But sleep paralysis during meditation, no, that never happened to me. Sleep paralysis, why it's scary? It happens. It catches you off guard. It's just like someone comes, like, it's time to wake up, but you're not gonna be able to move your body. Wake up, and then you wake up, and then you see something. It's like that. It's uninvited. It's like it just comes, it just hits. That's why it's frightening. That's why people are scared of sleep paralysis. But during meditation, consciously, willingly, that I'm not aware of. It never happened to me. So things, yeah, Kisara, yeah, that's true. Oh, only few can read in their dreams. Yeah, oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've read in my dream. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Read in the dream. That's interesting. An old soul that didn't learn from the past. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, I'm an old soul. I've been here for 100 lifetimes, and you're here again. And not only you're here again, why aren't you like some sort of king or president, or like some rich, some CEO of some huge, what the heck are, like, why you're like broke, and you're like, you look depressed and everything. Like, really, you're an old soul? Are you sure you're it's very interesting to hear the people who are, who claim that their old souls talk, because the real old souls, as I mentioned earlier, the real ones, actually, the real old souls never say they're old souls. The real old souls, they never say that. They're not. If you tell them, I think you're an old soul, they're gonna be like, really? I don't think so. But you can see that they are. You can see it. So yeah. I'm actually gonna do I'm gonna do a video about reincarnations, about something I noticed about some, basically some celebrities that I pinpointed, who are very famous now in this era, in this year of 2022, and I think I know who they were back in their previous reincarnation. I'm gonna do a video about it. And the fascinating thing that I discovered is that these celebrities, are you ready to hear this? They were also celebrities in the past life. And I can even connect some dots to it. They were also celebrities in the past life, and they're celebrities in this life as well. Reincarnation, how it works, is very twisted. It's really, people really don't understand how reincarnation works. They think every lifetime you're going to be different. I'm going to address this more and more on this channel. I have a very different point of view about it compared to what you've ever heard before. Basically, what I think, you probably have never heard of it before. And I'm going to make videos about it and address it more. It might be shocking. You might not agree with it, but it's because what I think about reincarnation is kind of, it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary. It's not a hopeful, if you will. It's not a hopeful. But I think a lot of celebrities who are celebrities in this lifetime were also celebrities in their past. You know what that means, right? You know what that means. So, but I'm gonna let you try to figure out what that means by yourself. So here, here, trying to just read. Yeah, like this reincarnation on Earth, right? Like a lot of people, especially people, like the point is to, again, there's a reason why we're here on Earth. There is a reason. It's no matter how hard we're gonna think, I'm gonna make you use your minds a little bit here, okay? Just for the few of you who are listening properly. That's why reincarnation is twisted. It's twisted. So here's the thing. If, and I'm speaking for myself too, if and only if we, the souls who are, like we're aware, we know what's going on like this, if we didn't want to be reincarnated on Earth, and we really don't want to be on Earth, and we're kind of struggling with how humans are and how things are in this lifetime, and we can't wait to kind of go back to this spirit realm where we came from. But here's my question. Then why did we decide to reincarnate? For what reason? What does that mean? What if, and just what if when you were a spirit, are you ready to hear this? What if you thought the same about the spirit realm? You never thought about this, right? What if in the spirit realm you were like, oh my God, I can't stand this spirit. Oh my God, I can't stand this spirit realm is killing me. I want to be human. I can't wait to be human. I need to be human right now. And that's how you were reincarnated. And now you're saying the same about being a human. I'll let you think about that a little bit. It's kind of frightening, right? Because we don't know what's in the spirit realm. Has anyone went and like 100% went and lived there for about a year? I'm not talking about visions, and no, you go there and you live there for about 1 to 2 years in the spirit realm, and you come back and tell me how it was. Have you ever seen someone did that? No. Not a vision, not a meditation, not a divination. I'm talking about someone going there for a couple years and live in the spirit realm and then come back. And I want to hear how it is over there. How is it really? How is it? Is it really as pleasant as many people think? Think about it. So, because why are you a human being? Maybe when you were a spirit, you were dying to become a human being. And now that you're a human, you're dying to become a spirit. So is it really cool in the spirit realm? As above, so below? I always wonder, if Earth is like this, what makes me think that spirit or the spirit realm has its nasty part too? As above, so below. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. You don't like life on Earth? You think you're going to enjoy life when you are over there? You think you're going to enjoy it? What if it's 100 times worse than life on Earth? Have you ever thought about that? Why are humans so scared of death? Why are humans terrified of dying? Why a lot of people want immortality? Why? Because maybe subconsciously, your spirit knows that in the spirit realm, it's not as amazing as many people claim it to be. As above, so below. If Earth is like this, I really wonder how life as a spirit is. I really wonder about that, So it's always good to think from every facet. Every facet. Keep your mind open to every facet. Don't fall in the trap of thinking from just one facet or one side. Always consider every side there is. Every side. Consider the whole sphere, not just one side. Careful what you wish for. And I'm speaking for myself. I'm like humans, but I don't know what's out. I don't know if I'm back to being a spirit, how it's gonna be. I don't know. And no one knows. No one really knows. All you can tell is what someone has written in a book, and that's it. There's no proof. There's no evidence. And people have near-death experiences. No, I want to hear someone who went to the spirit realm and lived there for 1 year, at least 1 or 2 years. I've never met one, and I've never heard of one. The day someone like that is gonna exist, then I want to hear how it's. Then we can have perspective. So let's just keep our mind. I'm gonna make more videos about this because I think I just want to share this. This is something that I don't think has been ever said before, but it's good to share it. It works the mind. It makes your mind think. It makes your mind think, and the more we use our minds, the more we become smarter, and the more we create better realities for ourselves. A lot of comments, okay, from everyone. All right. Let's see here. This it's kind of okay. Okay, I can't keep up with everything here. I'm just gonna go to. There's a lot of if I'm gonna read everything, it's gonna take me hours. Let's see, what do we have here? I'm just gonna quickly. Yeah, sleep paralysis. Yeah, like for Michelle, at last, what you said is it's more like, it's like the situation of an incubus or a succubus. It feels like that because I personally have never experienced that, but yeah, that can be very unpleasant for sure. So. Yeah, nightmares here. Yeah, that's possible. That if the soul is from the underworld, that's true because it's very possible that the souls that are from the dark know each other because again, there are no coincidences. There are no coincidences, and everything happens for a reason, as I said before. And the fact that you're the fact that you guys are watching this and that we're talking and that we're having this live, and it's not a coincidence. It's not random. Maybe in the spirit realm, in the netherworld, maybe that's where our souls come from. The ones who are here, at least, maybe I cannot say it's 100%, but maybe that's what it is. And then when we're reincarnated as humans, we're meeting here again, and to share this information as physical humans. Whereas back in the spirit realm, we were sharing the information or knowing each other as spirits, and now it's as humans. But there's a reason why we're here as humans. Again, I hope it's a good reason. I hope that place where we came from is not worse than here, and that's why we're here. That's why we're dying to be here. And that's why, again, like the more I think about it, the more I realize that it's being here. There has got to be a good reason for it. Maybe we forget, but why do people want immortality? Why most alchemists, and I'm an alchemist, Why most alchemists want the philosopher's stone? Being it a stone, or being it your body, or being it reaching the divine, is to, what's the goal for that? Is to reach immortality. Why the obsession with immortality? Why? That means that maybe in the spirit realm, it's not as good as what many religions and many dogmas and many books and many ancient history wants you to believe. It wants you to believe that the spirit realm is the best thing out there. If that's the best thing out there, why we are here? Why did we choose to come again here as humans? So we just have to keep that in mind, keep it in check. Again, no matter how life seems catastrophical, no matter how humans seem, like very, very hard to understand, it's good to always kind of like keep everything in check, try to see the positive, try to understand that this is one life. This reincarnation is one reincarnation. So let's take advantage of it. Let's enjoy it in our own way. Let's do what makes us happy. We're here. It's too late. We're already here. Is it for a good reason? Is it for a bad reason? Is it because we were put here? Is it because we chose to came here? Is it because it's for a mission? Whatever it is, let's just make the best out of it. Let's try to keep keep the spirit positive. Do the things we love. Just keep ourselves just always uplifted. Let's try to do that. But again, life has cycles. It has rhythms. Some days are going to be low. Some days are going to be better. Some days are going to be crappy. Some days are going to be happy, But that's what we have to keep in check. To just always try to go back to that positive state, alchemically changing everything that's negative to positive. That change needs to be there. It needs to be in check all the time. Otherwise, you're at a lower place, and it's jeopardizing. It's going to jeopardize what we came here to do. So whatever that reason is, like all we can do is just focus on doing what gives us passion and bliss. That's what we can do. Whatever makes us passionate, happy, positive, that's what we should keep doing. I feel like that's the key. And then one day the answers are going to be answered, all the answers, because I know I came here to find answers, and year after year I'm finding answers and new answers I didn't know before. It's the quest of this life, and then I know there's a reason. Everything's connected. There's a reason for that, for sure. So but yeah, it's been almost 2 hours. I'm gonna close this reading here. Let's pull one card for everyone. And I'm gonna close not the reading, it's the live session, because it's been almost 2 hours. Thank you guys for sticking around. I appreciate it. I'm gonna pull one card for everyone, and then see what the message is from spirit, from the universe. What is the message for everyone here? Let's see. So we have your card today for all of the ones who are watching is the Knight of Wands. So again, I'm going to tell you my interpret this, but I want you guys to tell me first. Well, you don't have to tell me. You can write it down, or you can just intuitively try to read what's in here. What do you see here? So today, the message is that no matter what happens, the strength, power, fire, you have it. It's within you. Keep it up. Keep moving forward. Keep dashing forward. You can't lose hope. You can't give up. That fire, that energy, the fiery energy within you, if it's off, if you feel that it's off, know that your spirits, your demons from the underworld, that they're there to help you reignite it again, to help you make it alive again. and you are dark, your energy is dark, and it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's strong, it's powerful. Keep it up. There's so much fire that you have. Even if you think you don't have it, you do have it. So keep that fire up. You want to dominate, you want to conquer, you want to build your empire, you want to do what makes you happy. Live life, feel alive, feel alive. You are alive as a human being. Go out there and feel alive. Do what makes you feel alive. Stop hiding in your little hole, and it's time to go out and do what makes you feel alive. Not destructive behavior, not toxic behavior, not drugs, not drinking. That doesn't make you feel alive. Go do what makes you feel alive positively. Take care of your body, take care of your health, take care of who you are. And this is the message of the day. So no matter what happens, just keep moving forward, keep that fire ignited. Don't turn it off. That's the message. Thank you, everyone. I hope whatever I share is going to help in any shape or form. This is not for everyone. It's only for the few of you who are ready to hear it. And I'm very aware of this. And I'm very aware that my channel is not for everyone. It's very niche. It's for the few, for the very, very, very few. And if anything happens like this to you, I hope this live, it's 2 hours. There's probably something in there that's going to help you overcome the sleep paralysis or whatever situations that you have in your life. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you joining. Have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in the next live or video. Thank you.